What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the channel. As we continue the week of Halloween, we've been reviewing horror pieces and old school Universal monster pieces for the last few days. We've already done Michael Myers, Leatherface. Yesterday we did London After Midnight, Phantom of the Opera, and Wolfman. Today we have none other than Dracula and the Creature from the Black Lagoon. Again, big shout out to my buddy Adrian, who's local out here. This is his passion. He collects monsters and horror statues, and he let me unbox and review these guys for you for a Halloween themed week. Before we jump into this, guys, make sure to hit that like button, make sure you're subscribed to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss one, and let's jump into these pieces. Alright guys, let's start this off with Dracula. So this is the Bela Lugosi version of Dracula, and this one is definitely old school. It's kind of like in between a figure and a statue, whereas it's not fully sculpted underneath and it has kind of semi-posable limbs. This whole line kind of had posable limbs as far as arms and such, and you'll see that more as we go into the assembly here. Old school gray styrofoam. This one has a compartment on top, so we'll go ahead and remove that lid and see what's underneath. And big surprise, it's a cape. All right, so let's take a look at this. So I'm telling you, this is an old piece, but it's got quality fabric. You have the outside with that dark black, the inside has that iconic silver gray, pretty long. It's got some length to it there. Could use an ironing, but I'm not gonna do that. It has the collar, of course, and it has a chain which hooks around his neck like jewelry. Removing the next layer, we see Dracula with some protection here, so let's remove the tissue paper and such. And there we go. Yeah, definitely very figure-like. We'll take a look at the base first, and you can see this one had an 1100 edition size. This is 1029, so pretty high up there on the ES. Got the Dracula Universal Monsters, and similar to the other ones, kind of just a flat slab of tile here. Very long pegs, and there's actually 3 pegs here. Although it's a figure, the paint job on the portrait is amazing, man. I think it looks really good. Fabric all throughout his costume. The detail on the hands look great. You can see his pale skin with those blue veins, the Dracula ring. His right hand, same kind of great detail. The rest of it, I'm not really a huge fan of. It's kind of a little bit squishy for his legs and such. The shoes are sculpted, of course. You can see the black socks there. But the portrait is great, man. Let's slap this thing on the turntable, and you'll see you can kind of squeeze his legs together a little bit. You actually have to in order to get him on those long pegs, so try to find a good place to get him in there. But it's really not that hard. Boom, now he's all set up. All right, let's get on the cape real quick. So like I said, it's got like a chain with a hook, and you can just, you know, fit it through one of those links there. And we're gonna just go ahead and put the cape to the back so we can kind of see him a little bit, and then we'll get him posed more like how he is on the box art. All right, yeah, but there you go. Not much going on with the base. Again, just letting that piece shine. The bases were kind of, I don't know, an afterthought, it seems like, back in the day, whereas now, man, sometimes the base is more elaborate than the figure itself. But even though it's old school, it still has great details, the kind of rockiness underneath the tiles, the paint job on the tiles and the cracks and all the realism that's put into that. Yeah, man. Now here we have Dracula with the cape on. It's kind of tilted backwards, and he's got that crazy expression in his face, but I think it's really well detailed the way that they did the paint job on his face. He has texturing on his face. The hair sculpted in looks good as well. Now before we get into the Creature from the Black Lagoon, a big shout out to Street Level Hero, SLHLA.com. They have exclusive variant comic books with new drops every Tuesday and Thursday. You can save 10% off of any item on the store anytime you shop there by using the code GemMint at checkout. Just like their sister site, THATSPIDERMANBOOTH.com. They have $30 mystery boxes where you're guaranteed 5 comics of retail value. One of those lucky boxes is going to have their GP, their giveaway prize, which is an ungraded copy of Amazing Spider-Man 129, the first appearance of the Punisher and the Jackal. This round ends on November 3rd, so grab a box, use code GemMint to save 10%, and that's good anytime you buy a box there as well. Alright guys, now moving on to the Creature from the Black Lagoon premium format figure. Now everything with this looks like it's a little bit newer. It looks more like your modern statues you get from Sideshow, including the art box. This is a traditional art box, whereas all of those other ones kind of have like a slipcase cover and they open up sideways. I didn't really show you guys that. But the art is amazing on this box. I love the greens and yellows and the picture of the creature on all sides here. That's a great art box. And like I said, the styrofoam even looks more modern. It's the white styrofoam and a couple of different pieces here. See, the assembly is going to get more intense and more modern. And man, these pieces look great. First, let's pull out the little catfish. This is just a little base element that'll go on there. It adds some depth and some 3D realness to it, the way that it'll be kind of swimming around the coral. Then we have some of these translucent sea leaves. Now, I thought this was going to be translucent resin, but it's almost like a rubbery plastic kind of thing. But I really like it. The little shininess to it, the colors within it from like that deep green to more of a yellowish. And then the creature, man, I love that palm. I love the paint job on this guy, all the different greens, the shininess on the scales, his catfish type of face, that midsection giving me like reptile Mortal Kombat vibes. You see the peg on his leg, flipper type feet. You got the sharp claws on that hand, which are like flippers as well. The fins kind of going on his legs and his back. And I love kind of like the tread, I guess you would say. The bottom of the feet has such great detail. Look at those fins. Now the bottom of the base, they made 1,500 of this guy. This one was number 320, and very classy base. You have almost like this wood sub base, and then you have this underwater scene here with like this big tree bark, kind of sand on the ground, more of those pieces of leaves. I'm not sure if those come out or not. Let's put it on the turntable here really quick, and then we'll key in the creature. So he's going to be looking like he's swimming, which is a great look, man. Again, it looks way more modern than the other Universal monsters we've seen so far. Let's go ahead and get some more of those leaves keyed into the base. Goes a little catfish on the bottom front. And then that last leaf. Yeah, so like I said, very classy base, man. I really like this sub base, kind of that turquoise line work on the bottom and top of it. All of the underground sea kind of environment looks great from the sand on the bottom, the little rocks, the catfish, the leaves, the tree bark. All of that looks great. And then the creature, I really like him. He's solid. He feels like a statue. He feels more like the premium formats that we received today. Love the glossy shininess. I love the colors. The sculpt is great with the individual scales. Yeah, I'm really impressed with this one. Alright guys, there we go. So with Dracula, I'm torn. I really like the portrait, the paint applications, the hands look great. The mixed media is okay. I mean, the cape is okay. It could use an iron, but the fabric feels like it's a high quality. And I do like the kind of like chain accents on him. The body I don't really love, but it's an old school piece. This is how it was designed. It matches the other guys. But what I really like is the creature from the Black Lagoon. I mean, look at this guy, how dynamic he is, diagonally swimming upward. Diagonally, did I say that? With the translucent leaves, and you can see, like, I don't know, with the light, it really shines and it really makes it pop. So much going on with the base there. And the figure itself, man, just all those scales that were sculpted in. I'm sure this was traditionally sculpted as well with the year that this thing came out. But yeah, man, some more Universal monsters for our week. Oh, Halloween. Let me know what you thought about them in the comments down below. Like I said, make sure you guys hit that like button if you're digging the videos, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss one. I appreciate you watching, but don't go anywhere. Check out my other statue unboxing and reviews as I leave you with these guys spinning on the turntable. Stay minty fresh. Peace.